All right, so here we are back with my Topstep dashboard. So yes, for those of you who didn't catch the last video, I blew up my second Combine account, fail number 2. Now we're going on to number 3, try number 3. So I blew up that account, and you get these messages saying, you know, reset, all that good stuff, practice or reset kind of stuff. It automatically reset my account here because I've passed my 30 days where it automatically rebuilds my account. And when it rebuilds, if you're in a situation where your account is blown, which means if you wanted this data that used to be in here, you need to try to take screen captures of that so that you can keep it so you can refer to it later on when you look back and you're like, oh, this is what happened in my first Combine, this is what happened in my second Combine, and so forth. And maybe that helps you, especially the sections down here where you get percentages and all that stuff. So you want to be screen capturing that if you know, if you want that data, if it's important to you, because it'll automatically go away on reset. So and I don't know of any way to get it back. Maybe there's a way. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen a way to get it back. So if you want that data, keep it. So here we are. So Combine blown, resetting the account. Why did my round 2 blow up? What happened there? So basically, what happened is I didn't trade the winners. I only took the losing trades. It's basically what happened. So, you know, when you have a proven statistical probability of success, even if it's 80%, and you choose to take the losers, well, and not the winners, then that's what you blow up your account. Well, why does that happen? That happens because if your probability is based on 5 days a week trading, say 10 hours a day, but you only trade 2 hours a day and you're missing all those winning trades, well, maybe you're only in the time zone of most of the losing trades. So maybe your probabilities aren't actually 80% anymore, because you're not trading those probabilities. You're trading different probabilities. So if you're only going to trade on Monday and Wednesday, then it's good to know what happens only on Monday and Wednesday. Forget about Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever, because you're not trading those days. And that may change the probabilities and put you in a position where you're not in a good spot anymore. So that's one thing. The second thing is with Topstep, you know, if you can have a $2,000 buffer in your account, if you will, right? $150,000 account. You're allowed to lose $4,000 before they blow up your account, and then you have to start over. So if you say make $3,000, now you're at $153,000. You would think normally, if it's a normal account, that now you have an extra $3,000 in your account as a buffer. So now I can lose that $3,000 plus the $4,000. Now I have $7,000 I have to lose to blow up. It's not how it works with the Combine, and I don't think it's going to work like that with the Express Funded account either. But we'll see when we get there. So if I start with 150,000 and then I make $3,000, if I lose 4,000 at that point, I still blow up my account. So once I cross $154,000, every dollar after that is a buffer that I'll be putting into the account. But until I reach at least 154,000, I don't have a buffer. This chart down here, they give you that. They show it to you so you don't have to do that math in your head. As it goes up, your max loss line will go up with you, and your daily loss line will travel as well, and you'll be able to see where everything is. Up here, it also tells you right here, do not let your account fall below that number. So they make it pretty easy to be able to follow and know where you're at. Once I cross $150,000 with my max loss line, it doesn't go up anymore. Once it gets to here, it doesn't continue going up. It stays at $150,000. So no matter where I'm at up here, it stays there. And I come back down, it still stays right at 150 once it gets there. But it starts all the way down here at 145,000. So anyway, count is reset. So what are we going to do now? I'm just going to trade gold, GC. I'm just going to trade GC, and I'm going to trade. I'm just going to trade for now GC and NQ and during the day. So GC, I'm going to continue doing basically what I'm doing, except I'm going to move to the 30-minute candle, because then it's less trade frequency, a little easier for me to try to capture all available trades during normal trading hours, from basically 7 a.m., which is just shy of normal trading hours, to the normal trading hours of GC, which is around 2 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. So I'm just going to trade inside there, and that's pretty much it for GC on the 30-minute candle and make it a lot easier for me. It'll be a less frequency lower frequency trading, but at the same time, that'll make it easier for me to trade the probabilities. So the next thing is I'm going to trade NQ, and I'm going to trade NQ on a 5-minute candle, which happens right at the open of the market. The first 5-minute candle I'm going to trade on NQ, and that's it. The biggest thing for me is, you have to know your personality, your lifestyle, and your goals, traders, and you have to develop a plan that fits your personality, your lifestyle, and your goals, and a strategy. Do not buy. I don't believe you should buy strategies from anybody. I think you should make your own strategy. I don't think you should buy someone's class teaching you about, a strategy that might most likely will never fit you. If there are classes teaching how to build strategies and how to build proper trade plans and proper risk management and all those kind of things, those are the things that matter. Strategies, I think, are a waste of money to buy those. So with that said, knowing my personality, which I have to take into account, which is it's critical. That's who you are. I don't think you should try to change your personality as a trader. I think you should embrace it and come up with a plan that fits it. So going to the 30-minute candle on GC means I may not have trades every day. But for me to turn my computer on and sit there and not have a trade every day, it's going to frustrate me, and I'm going to casino trade because I want to be in a trade. I want to be making money. Well, with NQ trading that strategy every morning at 9:35 or 9:30 actually, at 9:30 I have a trade to make every morning at 9:30. So there's incentive for me to go to my computer in the morning at 9:30 and make some money or lose some money. But I'm going to be able to be in a trade every single day, and as long as I can do that, I'll satisfy my deal sitting there at the computer. So there's no more trades the rest of the day in GC. I'll be fine. I had my trade. Now, the downside is if I lose money on that trade, then it's going to be like, oh, I want to make that money back, right? But that's not that strong of a draw for me. So I can manage that pretty easily. It's more about just not trading all day and getting bored. Like Thinkorswim literally has video games on their trading platform to give you something to do while you're waiting. So probably to help you out so you don't start just casino trading. But anyway, that's the plan. So Monday morning is coming soon. And then I'm going to jump into a trade, just trading normal hours right now. I'm still going to look for something to trade in the overnight hours. And then once I figure that out, I'll start bringing those trades to you. All right, buddy. See you on the trade. Okay, so here we are with round three. So you got NQ on deck right now for my 50-50 strategy on the 5-minute candle. Basically, it's pretty simple. At the open of the market, I'm going to buy the direction of the 5-minute candle based on my indicator at the open, and I have about a 50-50 chance of being right out of the gate. And then I have need to be in my account, not sim. Can't get into my account. I got a 50-50 chance of being right, and then my indicator gives me a little bit better odds than 50-50. So we'll see. I've never traded this strategy live, so this could be a disaster, and I could blow up my account again. But if it's not, it'll give me a little bit of extra bonus money every day. It's only the 5-minute candle, so it shouldn't hurt too bad. But, we'll see. I should do this real quick, though, so I can see where my stops and targets and stuff like that are. So roughly 61.59. Yeah, I should have did all that first, but I didn't. So here it is. Sell in 10 seconds. Going to short this thing. If I would have marked up my chart, I could put my stops in and be able to be fast about it. But
order filled.
All right, I thought I had an ATM strategy on, but I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead now and put
order filled.
All right, so now we're speed bumping it. Okay, once we get through there, I need to change this to a 3. Come on, let's go get through there. Rejection's not a good sign. This might be a terrible day. We'll see. We'll see. See over here on the Thinkorswim chart, there's a target for the speed bump. Also, you see the top of that candle right there. So looking to break that, or at least tag it. Candle's got 3 minutes left on it. It's got plenty of time. 2.5 minutes. Gonna lock in some profit right here. Trail this thing up as it wants to go up.
Order filled.
All right, I'll take it. $2.99. I'm out. Make sure I got no open orders. No open orders. All right, good deal. So good deal. So $2.99, just like that, in less than 5 minutes. You know, if this would have went the right direction in the beginning, then, you know, I could have made $700 or $800 the first 5 minutes of the day. So with my 50-50 strategy, if I can trade this every day and make anywhere, you know, right now I'm doing 3 contracts. So if I can do $300 a day, that's still $1,500 a week minus some losses. Maybe I take home six or $700 a week. If I'm having a better week where I'm not having to speed bump it to make profit, you know, I can make $2,000 to $3,000 a week working 5 minutes a day in the morning. That's my kind of trading. But, you know, again, I've never traded this live, so today could have been a lucky day, and I could blow up my account by Wednesday. So we're gonna find out together. So we'll see what happens here. Or today is Wednesday, so by Friday I could blow up my account. All right, everybody. See you on the next trade. Hopefully GC will set up. Just doing that one or two trades a day, if it even gives me that many. Typically, it gives about 1 trade a day. Let's look at GC real quick. Trading on the 30-minute chart. So, you know, GC didn't have any trades that yesterday or the day before. So I'm hoping today will give me a trade. We'll see. I'm only, you know, I have a switch pre-market, but I'm only trading the market hour. Starting at 7 in the morning, though. I'll start at 7. But we had a winner there in GC, a winner. Is that a straight? Yeah, winner. So I don't even know if I want to trade GC yet. I mean, look at that. Look at all those winners. So in the last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last 7 trades are winners. I should probably wait on GC until I get a losing trade in there. I'll trade a speed bump, basically. Look, next time when there's a setup, I'll trade the speed bump. But I think I'm going to wait on GC. 7 winners in a row. A loser is definitely around the corner. You know, and I might sit on the sideline and let 3 winners go by trying to wait for a loser. And that's, you know, is what it is. But with 7, the odds are definitely not in my favor. And because typically GC right now is running around 84% success rate with a 30-minute candle, which is fantastic. But 7 winners, you know, we're right there. So, all right, everybody, I'll bring the next trade to you. Okay, so I decided to trade GC, even though it's had 7 winners in a row and it's overdue for a loser. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to put in an OCO order with 1 contract, and then I'll double up so I'll have 3 if it speed bumps. If this even confirms, we got about a minute left for it to confirm. So basically I have a switch taking place here telling me to go to the long side, but 7 winners already. Chances are this is going to be a loser. So I will speed bump it, and then if it is a loser, and I'll just double up so I can recover all my losses and still put profit in my pocket today. And yeah, maybe we'll make $500 to $1,000 if it is a loser. And if it's a winner, maybe this will be like a $1,500 day or even $1,000 day. So let's got 30 seconds left, and then we'll take this trade. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Order filled.
Okay, in the trade, I'm going to move my stop down here for now. Target up here for now. And then let's mark it up over here. All right, so trade is in. I'm going to mark up my speed bump just in case. I don't think it'll speed bump, but I mean, I do think it will, actually. 70%. Or a 7 out of 10 winning trade so far. All right, we'll see how this thing rolls out. So right now we're looking at $180. We get to this target, should be about 400 or 500. So it could be a nice day between that and the trade I already had. Maybe we can pick up $1,000 for the day. Okay, so nice pullback right here. Red candle coming back even with the green candle. I'm going to go down to 1 here.
Order filled.
So I jumped in with a second contract on this huge retrace, and this candle's about to close. All right, cool. So this candle's going to close in 5 minutes, and I wanted to get in before it closed because it was down at the bottom of this green candle. So retesting this low down here, and then, you know, it's going to close. So it's in 5 minutes, so it could form a nice tail, and I wanted to get in before it formed that tail. It could continue to break down as well, but if it forms a tail, I wanted to get in before that. And testing the low of a green candle is a pretty good spot for me to do that. So we'll see how this thing closes out here in 5 minutes. I'm expecting it to not close below this green candle. That would start to be bearish. And then the next candle to be green, boosting up, and got in with a little bit extra money here. Because if this retraces back to here, to my entry, I can get out with that 1 contract if I want to. And now I'm pretty secure in my trade. It'd be a really small loss for a nice winner, and that'd be a pretty good deal. I won't just pop out there. I may trail a stop there. All right, 4 minutes. We'll see what happens. All right, so back with that trade. So you can see here where it started to make that tail. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit on this. You can see the tail it just put in there, and that ad was down right here. So pretty good add on it. Just looking for it to retrace back up to this entry level where my first entry was, which would be up in here somewhere. Let me add a line. Okay, so my original entry was this gray line right here, somewhere in that area. So looking for this to hit that target area, and then I can maybe pull one contract off, preserve the account a little bit, and then see if we can get our full target, or does it come all the way back down and turn into a speed bump trade. Again, it's a 30-minute candle, so it's nice to see it go red first, because then chances are we'll have a nice green move after that. And yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so far gold looking pretty good. It's coming up to just barely tag that initial entry level. Want to get through there so I can start trailing stop with one of my contracts. So I can lock that in just in case this decides to consolidate and close lower. At least I can reduce my losses on the day. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. All right, so back with that gold trade. I'm going to move this down to 1. I'm going to get buy.
Order filled.
All right, so I bought my third contract now, and the reason why is we're coming back to retest the bottom of this big green candle that we're trading inside of. But also the other reason of that is right now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 candles into this trade. I don't like that. 4 candles in and I haven't hit the target yet. I need to start looking to get out with profit. So I'm going to move my little line on my chart down here. So we got about 12 minutes left. It's kind of a lot, actually. There's plenty of time for this candle to come down some more. But there's also plenty of time for this candle to reject and go up and even close green. But regardless, we're getting close to the end. So at some point, it's probably going to put that tail in. Right, the tail, like you see that green candle, red candle, all these tails. So I wanted to jump in as we got to the bottom of this green candle here to retest that. And then maybe it starts to put a tail in. And then it's a good entry for me, basically. So, and then with this right here, half of this candle is where we're at right now. You can see on this chart over here. The next candle, when it opens, there's a good probability it's going to retrace at least half of that candle. You can see, go back in the charts, and you can see a lot of these candles retrace, you know, like right here, retraced half, retrace. This one didn't, not until over here. But a lot of these candles retrace each other, or a portion of each other, if not all of each other. So I'm in a really good spot right now for this to basically get into the green zone. And once I'm in the green zone, I'm going to go ahead and move my stop up and lock in profit, because once we've gone more than 4 candles and I haven't hit the target, there's a high probability now of some serious consolidation. And I don't have, you know, I don't want to be in this thing all day long in consolidation, because then what happens is the trade could be changing throughout the day. And now I could end up in a losing trade. So I'll show you over here on the Thinkorswim chart on the left side over here. If I go back, you can see this trade right here within 4 candles. It was in its target. This trade, you can see what happened. You know, 4 candles later, nowhere near the target, in the red zone, just like we're seeing right now. And then, you know, eventually I was able to get out break even plus a couple dollars. And then the trade started to go against me. But it didn't matter because I'm not in the trade. So then over here, same thing, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, and then it starts playing in the green zone. We're in the green zone pretty much the entire time, with a little exception of that. Right now, I'm not in the green zone, so I don't like it. So then, you know, it came down, but still consolidation the whole time. Look at all these candles. Eventually, it starts to go against me, right? Stay in long enough, like a couple days, I'm good to go. But you can't do that with Topstep. You got to be out at the end of every day. And then you can get back in. You just hope that, you know, you don't get out here. It drops down. And then when you want to get back in, it's all squirrely. Then you miss a huge portion of the move. And then your risk reward's off. Like, it gets complicated. So I'd rather just be clean out. Right here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 candles into the target. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. Way in the green zone, next candle. We're on our way to the target. I can move my stop to break even plus a couple dollars. And then let it do its thing. So right here, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're close to the target. And then at that point, it's like, you know, break even plus a couple bucks. Maybe I don't get a full hit on it, but all good. I didn't take a loss on it either. So same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, right into the target. And that's how I like it. You know, within 4 candles, I like it to be into the target. And if it's not going to do that, I need to start looking to preserve the trade and look for a new opportunity the next time. And like I said, right now gold's had 7 winning trades in a row with my 30-minute setup. So, you know, the probabilities of this being a loser are kind of high. And I also don't want to get speed bumped at the end of the day and then have to close out my position, and then it gets, you know, wonky trying to get back in for the overnight and all that stuff. So yeah, look to jump in here, break even if we can get that on the next candle in about 9 minutes, and then lock in some profit. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so starting to move up now. I'm going to go ahead and move my stop up and lock in profits there. If it backs up and gets me out, all good. I'll call it a day. Like I said, right now it looks like it's in consolidation, and I don't really want to go for that ride when most of my trades hit within four or five candles. They're at least deep into the green zone. We're far away from that. So, you know, yes, FOMO's like, oh, stay in. This is going to boost, go to the moon. It's got a nice trend line, all this stuff. But, you know, I don't have any probability to say this trend line's going to take it to the moon. But I do have a probability that when it takes forever to get going, that it's going to go sideways for a long time and it may not get going. So I'm going to go ahead and just lock that in. I'll let this ride from here. You know, if this trade wants to move higher and get into some really nice profits, I'll let it. But I may, well, you know, because I did get in at a discount with what I'm doing, I'll go ahead and move that up a little bit, lock in some more. And then it'll be a nice day. Maybe I'll make $400 or $500 in a day if I get stopped out here. And if it wants to ride from here and go higher, maybe I'll make a couple grand on the day. So I'll go ahead and let this thing ride from here, and we'll see what happens. I'll bring the conclusion to you. Okay, there we go. So out of that trade, making some money. So that's going to do it for the day. 500 or yeah, 595 after commissions. I'll take it. So not so bad. All right, see you tomorrow, Thursday. Okay, in 10 seconds, I'm going to do my 50-50 strategy here, going short on NQ. I don't really have this marked up, so this might get a little sketchy.
Order filled.
Okay, short NQ right now. All right.
Target filled.
Okay, there we go with NQ. So I picked up that quick 600 right there with NQ. So would like to have gotten more out of that. Looks like it could be coming all the way down here, which would have been $1,200 instead of $600. But I'll take that 600. Wait for that trade to set up with GC, and then yeah, bring it to you. So I'm a little bummed out watching this market crash down. It's not just the NQ. It looks like the ES is also on its way down. The YM is holding pretty strong though. It's on its way up. So we'll see if these other two start to follow the YM, and then I'll be able to see who's leading the day, and then what happens from there. But I was a little slow moving my target and my stop. You know, I had my OCO order in, which was great, but I was a little slow getting it to spread it up so I can get my proper stop in and my proper target in, and ended up out of the trade right here on this line here, this middle line, when I could have gotten out, you know, at least right here. Would have been scary because I had to go for this ride back up to almost getting stopped out. But, you know, then once this broke through here, and as I try to trail my stops like I always do, had opportunity to make a lot more money today than 600. Again, the story of missed opportunities. So we'll see how that affects the account. But right now the account's at $151,195. So in $400 more, I'll be able to start taking 4 contracts if I want to. I won't. I'll probably stick with 3 for now until this account grows quite a bit more. Unless it's like GC and it's had its loser and now another trade sets up. So it's got like a 95%, 98% probability. Then I might jump into that 4th contract on it. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, bring the next trade to you. Okay, so here we are with YM breaking down on the 15-minute candle here. Have a switch taking place. The ES has been selling off pretty much all day, kind of chop it to the downside, and the NASDAQ has been just straight tanking all day long. So YM, the Dow Jones, is finally catching up and starting to sell off as well. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in to the YM here to the short side. Once this candle closes and confirms in about 10 seconds.
Order submitted.
Okay, so YM to the short side, going to mark it up. Oh, I'm on the 15-minute candle, not the 5-minute candle. That's all right, 5-minute close as well. I can mark up off of that. All right, so there's a 5-minute close. I'll play off of that. Okay, so speed bumped in the YM trade over here. So speed bumped in that. Markets are still kind of like flat. They started building a support area. I had put an alert in for Thinkorswim for next time the candle came down and tagged my entry so I could just get out break even. But I was too late. It happened too fast. I wasn't able to get back in the office in time to get out. So, you know, it is what it is. So now I'm speed bumped in YM. So down $750 so far on the day. So not terrible. That early trade was nice to put a little buffer in the account. But if I lose on this trade, then it will be pretty bad. Okay, so it looks like I hit my target. So pretty sweet. Sort of bittersweet, if you will. Got the target, which was the expected move based on a statistical proven probability of success. That leaves me with a loss today of $233 instead of that nice winning day I was about to have. But the bitter part about it is if I would have stayed in just a little bit longer, I could have recovered all that and zeroed out my day. And that's kind of the dangerous thing about looking at your P&L is if I was looking at my P&L and trading off of it, I would have been like, oh, let me just get right to this little level higher so that I can have an even day and have a zeroed out day or even a profitable day. And I would start trading based on my desire and not based on statistics. So, and that's the biggest, I think, drag that we get into when we have our P&L on our chart is we start to trade based on what we want to happen and not what statistically is likely to happen. So yeah, it's a bummer. It's a red day, but at the same time, you know, I followed the rules. So in a way, it's a green day for me because I followed the rules, did everything right, and that's just the way it worked out. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the ES right here, switching on the 5-minute candle, making its way up to the 15-minute switch. 3 contracts.
Order submitted.
I have an opportunity to get back in at the correct level. My stop is at 45485, 4548. Close. Yeah, I'll make it break it. I'll leave it there. And then the target 45639. So pretty good right there. So my my ATM strategy and Ninja put everything almost in the right spot. Pretty close though. All right, so it might have a green day after all with ES giving us the switch and then making its way to the 15-minute switch. So my other monitors, I'm watching that and keeping an eye on it. So 15-minute is switching also now. So a pretty nice move to the upside. So now I'm getting into profit here, $22. Pretty sweet. Looking for a target up here, which is basically coming back up to where all this madness right here, major resistance here, right? So it looks like it wants to work its way back up. The first level of resistance will be right here, and then the rest of it's going to be up here. So we'll see if it wants to make it all the way up there. Right now I'm feeling pretty good about it because YM is just going bazonkers right now, straight up. And then the NASDAQ, which has had the worst part of the day so far, has also turned around and is looking to break above its resistance area and make a move back up higher today. So everything's looking pretty good in the markets in general. So sometimes when you have all the markets going up, it helps, you know, it helps carry the rest of the stuff that might be struggling a little bit. So, but I'm not going to get too greedy on ES. Yes, I'm in this trade. I would like to see at least it hit this first level here and then start to look to trail a stop and just have a green day basically and close this week out green. I'll put that in if it wants to back up and get me out.
Stop filled.
All right, cool. We'll call it a day. All right, so we're going to finish the day green, $166 green. All right, here we are with Friday morning, getting ready to jump into this trade for my 50-50 trade with NQ on the 5-minute candle, making sure I'm on the 5-minute candle. So far, my indicator's telling me to short this right at the open. So I got about 2 minutes. I got my chart marked up. I got my chart marked up over here so I can be a lot faster and ready to short this thing here in about 2 minutes. I don't know where my entry is going to be yet, somewhere wherever this candle closes. And then I got my stop, my target, speed bumps pretty much in there. Let me actually finish speed bumps here. I got a minute and a half. Okay, so speed bumps are in. So this trade's ready to go. So I got about a minute left. So I set everything up on my chart like this. And then this way it'll be a lot faster. You saw what happened with the trades, the last trades. It's you know, pretty hard. I mean, everything goes fast in the 5-minute candle right at the open. So if I have to mark up my chart and do all that stuff and manage it, it can be a bit stressful. So I'd rather have it all ready to go. All I gotta do is click buttons. I got my OCO order in right here. Just gonna go with 1 contract, and then if I have to speed bump it, I'll bump it up. So I'll have 2 contracts, and then I can always add from there. So right now, getting ready to jump into the short side at the open. 3, 2, 1.
Order submitted.
Whoa, stop, move. Okay, got my stop in.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted.
So I accidentally hit my target, which wasn't my target. But I got profit. So I took that first trade off the table with profit, jumped back in. So we'll see what happens here with this next one that just went in. And I went in with 3 contracts, so I might have to jump out of this one a little bit early. So I kind of messed that up. I wanted to be in with 1 contract set up so I can speed bump it with additional contracts so I can easily recover any losses. And then I moved my stop, and then I was too slow in getting my really just because I didn't think about it for a split second. If I would have just spent all my A game, I would have been able to move my limit order for my target and be good to go. I'd be in 1 contract right now, getting ready to speed bump, doubling it up to take profit real fast. But unfortunately, I screwed that up. And then I tried to get back in and got back in with 3 contracts, which was not what I wanted to do because it's just more risk than I wanted to take on this trade. And it makes it harder for me to recover my, in a speed bump, to recover my losses. So right now, and then if I have a double loser from the initial short, then speed bump into the long position, it's just going to be a really big red day. It'll be a bigger red day than what GC would be able to recover for me. So I didn't want to do that, especially having a green week so far. I want to go into the weekend green. From a psychological standpoint, that's much nicer. But we'll see what this thing does here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lock in profit because I got 3 contracts. It's more than I wanted to have.
Filled.
All right, cool. So I'm out of that trade. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, I'm in a sim? No. I was in my simulator, not in the actual. Man, I looked at everything. See, traders, that the trend continues. Avoid taking the winning trades so I could take the losers. I was in the simulator right there. And not in my account. And it hit the target. Trade is over. Oh, I'm so aggravated right now. All right, bring the next trade to you. Okay, just jumped into the ES on the long side because of the switch that just took place over here on the 5-minute candle, and the YM is moving up nicely as well. So I'm gonna mark this up real quick. Let's see where we're at. Man, I can't believe I missed out on $600 on that NQ trade. It's pretty rough, traders. When you have a strategy that's, maybe in the 60 or 70% win range, and then you miss out on the winners, it's a pretty big deal. If you look at my video, I'll link it at the end of this. 60 to 70% win rate, and good or bad, you can see how difficult it is to make money with a lower success rate, especially if you're making mistakes. 4, 5, 6, 3. Part of me just wants to take my profit off the table here and call it a day, go into the weekend, and shut it down after the mistake I just made this morning. So frustrating. All right, come on, ES, let's go. YM's looking good. NASDAQ has turned around, boosting pretty good. Everything looks like it's going up. So we'll see if this thing wants to run some more. Kind of breaking out of a little micro W pattern right here. See this small little W?
Stop filled.
All right, I'm going to take that 487 off the table right there. It almost got to the target, rejected pretty good. It started green, which means this could be just putting in a wick before it goes and makes the rest of the body to the downside. It's in a pretty big support area right here as well. Let's see, a resistance area, I should say. See this right through here? Look at all that. That was support, and I would consider it an area here. Let me clean this up so I can show you. Let me pull this away. See, now you can see the candle going red. Had it gone red first and then had struggles up there, I wouldn't worry about it. But it went green, straight green first, so I wasn't liking that action. Make sure I don't have any open orders, right? I'm all out of, I got no orders open. It's just one of those days. Better double check that. Okay. All right, good deal. So 487. So now the account total is $151,236. So had I taken that NASDAQ trade properly this morning, I'd be, up 152,000, and I'd be able to increase my contract size when I come back on Monday. All right, so let me put some lines in the chart here real quick. Okay, so for me, support and resistance isn't an exact line. It's not like an exact number, 4,571.50. It's not that. For me, it's an area, and this is the main area of support and resistance for the ES right at this moment for me. If I wanted to refine it, I would refine it down to here. But really, I wouldn't feel a breakout's imminent until it broke above that level there. But either way, either at that one or at this one, you can see where it's getting into that area. So now it starts off green. This candle starts off green, boosts up, almost hits my target. That was pretty much where this orange line is right now, and then starts to struggle. It's like, no, it's in that area, and it started green. It could be just making a wick before this has a continued sell-off. So no thank you. And then looking at the other charts now, right now YM is on its way down again. NASDAQ is struggling. So I'm happy to be out of the trade, take my profit, and look for the next opportunity. And it almost got the target. So if I have a loser, this will almost pay for the loser. So close enough to be able to pay for that loser when I have one. And not a big deal. All right, everybody. See you on the next trade. Okay, so getting ready to jump into GC gold based on the 30-minute candle right here on the switch. Getting ready to take place. And it's about 84% success rate, so it feels pretty good. And 3, 2, 1.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
And I got in way late. Way late. That's terrible. All right. Should have got in a second sooner, and this would have been a really nice trade. I needed to be at the bottom of this candle here for my risk reward to work out. And this is not a good setup. I mean, it's a great setup. It's just not good to be in that late. So you can see my risk reward is way off because I got in so late. But hopefully it'll still be a green trade. Make a little bit of money on it.
Order canceled.
Okay, I'm going to move to lock in profits on gold.
Stop filled.
And I'll just take it right there. So almost got to the target. If it wanted to boost through there, great. But we're also coming into a major support area, resistance area. You can see this. I'll shrink it down. Right? I mean, look at this area right here. Major resistance. Will it get above it? Maybe. But I'll take that trade off the table. What that does for me now, so nice day, $1,400 day. Really nice day, $1,400. Made $1,000 in gold. It would have made a lot more had I got in at the right place. But this thing moved fast, and unfortunately I was just literally 1 second late. And that 1 second cost me probably $300, $400, somewhere in there. So gold went quick. Still got $1,000 in the day. $1,480 for the day. Going to close Friday out. This week's closing out the account up $152,242. I only started on Wednesday, so in 3 days I was able to pick up $2,242. So moving closer to that target, I have to hit $159,000 to get funded. So well on the way. The other thing that this does now is I'll be able to purchase 4 contracts when I come back on Sunday night. If I even trade Sunday night, I'm going to be out of town. I don't know if I'm going to make it back Sunday night. But it'll either be Sunday night, and then Monday I also will definitely be out of town. So I won't be trading Monday or Tuesday, I don't think either. So I may not be able to trade till the following Wednesday, unfortunately. But at least I was able to capitalize on some winners. Maybe the losers will come while I'm out of town, and I'll have a different change of luck. And then I'll close with just saying Merry Christmas. And just remember, what is Christmas really all about? It's not just about shopping and giving gifts and stuff like that. There's a much bigger meaning behind Christmas. If you're not sure what that is, go do some research. I think everybody knows. Just want to remind those of you who may not be into that as much to go ahead and just reflect on what Christmas is really all about and why do we have it. And maybe with your family on Christmas, you could talk about it. Do your presents, do your family thing, all that stuff. And, talk about what Christmas is really all about for those of you who are celebrating it. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next trade.